A quick overview of your main display. We're going to go over just a couple of the buttons here and some of the side items. You have a home button, which actually on this particular model doesn't really do anything. You have a settings area, so things that you do in here are kind of like things that happen in the back of your machine, as in the way you want it to beep or look or stitch. So things like being able to change the welcome screen and the brightness of your screen, to being able to change the color, and the settings for the different stitches. We'll go into these in some greater detail. But things you do in here are remembered even after you turn the machine off. There's updates, there's some tool section, there's calibrating of your screen. If you don't want it to beep every time you touch something, you can turn that off. And I'll just leave it on for right now. So those are the settings. You have kind of a tutorial area, so it kind of looks like a picture of a manual, where if you need help with threading, threads, automatic thread cutter, how to wind a bobbin. So what you can do is, as you twist the little knobs right here to the side, you can scroll to see what the rest of the page actually says with the picture. So if your manual is not by you, you can actually go in here and have some questions answered, maybe some troubleshooting questions as well. So the next is actually the Creative Consultant. Bernina's Creative Consultant is really nice. You can actually pick your fabric. So if I was picking a jeans fabric, that is a pair of jeans, and I'm doing a seam on them, it will tell me how to set up my machine, which foot I should be using, what pressure, what thread, and which stitch. And when I actually go and touch the green check mark, it takes me to a longer stitch length. It adjusts the pressure to be increased, and it also increases the tension for me. So it's kind of a no-brainer type setup when you use all the different, pick the fabrics, pick your technique, and it will take you to the right stitch with the right settings. So that dress form is a wonderful key to put on the machine. The help or question mark here, as you touch it, it will identify any picture or stitch you touch on the screen. So if you don't know what a stitch is, or if you don't know or remember what assemble means, for example in here you can touch the question mark and touch that, and that is the right left mirror image. You can read about it, turn the knob if there's more information, and again, right at your fingertips for you to look at. The echo button, this will kind of darken your screen, turns off the light of the sewing machine, and then just push that same button, and it just kind of leaves everything on but without leaving it on. So it's kind of just a little bit of a screensaver. And then your clear button will allow you to, if you've made any setting adjustments and they are yellow, so anything that turns yellow, that means it's on or changed and not normal settings. That clear button will clear most of those out. Not all of them. Some of them you'll actually need to touch manually to remove, so you don't accidentally overwrite something that you actually do need for that particular stitch. And then across the side here are your different kind of tabs that stick out for your main menu, decorative stitches, alphabets, buttonholes, personal program, where you can create your own menu, oh yes, and then the 0 to 9, where you can dial in your own favorite stitches if you know them by number. So if I know 4, 0, 1 and touch the green check mark, I'm taken right to that stitch instantly. So this is the combination mode. So if you lose where your foot and stitch is and you're like, where did that go? That's because you have turned on the memory, or combi mode as it's called in the manual. And this is where we can combine decorative stitches or delete decorative stitches. But if we want to get out of it, just make sure that is not particular yellow. And once again, if you ever have the arrows pointing up or down, those are scrolling arrows. That means that there's more stitches that the screen is not showing you. Across the top here, let's go back to a straight stitch. We have the settings for length and width and needle position. So if you touch them, they'll take you to where you can actually move the numbers by sliding the bubble. You can turn the knobs, which will also change the settings, and you can also do it with the arrows on screen. Once again, if something is yellow and you want it defaulted, touch the yellow box and it will reset itself to the machine's default setting. So if I come over here for straight stitch, touch that, and it resets it back to what normal actually is. So that's just a quick review of what the screen is all about and the functions right at your fingertips.